Hey, my name is Juba, and in this video, I will show you my special and extensive 2024 reset process that will help me stay focused all year round to reach my goals. I'll start by reflecting on the past 12 months, then creating an anti-vision and vision board, and finally set goals using the 12-week year method on Notion. I divided it in 3 days to really be intentional and make 2024 my best year thus far, so get you a cup of tea. I will give you keys of reflections to make this reset meaningful and true to you. And to be honest, that's also a way to hold myself accountable on my progress by making a whole YouTube video about it pretty much. So here we are, the end of December, strong introspection in the air and Spotify raps too. By the way, I'm in like the 0.5% of listeners for Summer Walker for the third consecutive year. I'm a lover girl, okay? I love love. For me, that's also the time of remembering my previous New Year's Eve and how much has changed since then, or how little has changed, for better or for worse. Let's reset for 2024. I have so many goals for this year, from DJing, entrepreneurship, health. I think I'm gonna get some drink, to get myself in the mood. Yeah, let's get some coffee. I'm gonna go with this today. I want to use this time to read over my previous journal, not this one. This is the journal I started the year with. And it's also about, seeing how far you've come and, celebrating that too. And thanking yourself for being here, 2023 was beating my ass. Then I'm going to go into my prompts. So feel free to use them. I'm going to leave them somewhere if you would like to join the 24th of December 2022. In anything, I feel like intentions matter the most. And what I mean by intention, I'll give you an example. So, becoming a gym girly and gaining healthy weight has always been a big goal of mine for years, actually. But it's not until I got major health issues in April, May of this year that I started being really consistent and intentional with my physical health. So, my intention shifted from hitting the perfect summer body to literally not have to be in pain and having a strong, healthy temple of a body. Next, I'm gonna try a highlight reel board. Looking through my camera roll, rereading these journal entries, it's very humbling and it shows me just how much can change in a year. All in all, I've made a lot of progress this year with my fitness goals, mindset, spiritual growth, and I want to pat myself on the back for that. On the other hand, I've dropped the ball when it comes to finances or not going out as much or not socializing as much. And that's totally okay. That was a much needed season. Whenever I do resets, I really have to remember that my aspirations are not society's or my peers. It's really about what I really desire on a intrinsic level. And also, I had to learn to be real with myself. It's literally me, the page, and the pen. Nobody is here to judge me. So I'm trying to be as honest and vulnerable and, lame as I can possibly be. I'm kind of done with this modest thinking, limiting thing where you're not really real with yourself, period. It's okay to admit to yourself that you're striving for more. Thankfully not on the rug. Let's start. This line has me on the charcoal.
High heels on my tippies. Don't say ain't up on that, that's on my tippies. Top me the demands when I write the dick.
Does that make look more professional, the mic? I don't know. So you just witnessed me after a good workout. Today, I'm not gonna go straight into vision boarding. I'm gonna do an anti-vision. I'm gonna traumatize myself a bit. I need some, good cortisol spikes, a bit of anxiety. So basically what a anti-vision is just what it sounds like. I will try to envision my year without any improvement on my end. So I'm going to take the me of right now, my present self, and just imagine me doing the same habitual things, good and bad, right? And see where that would lead me. And that's definitely not a thing I want to do, especially in terms of health and finance. What if I keep, impulse buying instead of, saving up and delaying my financial freedom? I guess the worst case scenario for me in 2024 is having to apply for a job. Like, do you see this reaction? This is genuine. This is the cortisol. This is the flight or flight getting there. I don't have a whiteboard or anything, but I have like big big sheets of paper. I'm gonna just write the outline, and then I'm gonna move into vision boarding. And I guess when I'm doing this exercise, I wasn't thinking, oh, I want to promote this low, frequency of fear, but I just wanted to create a sense of urgency, I guess. I feel like a year is a long time, but it's also a very short time. And this helps me better understand what truly is at stakes here. And of course, I'm privileged. Like, my stakes are my stakes. They're relative to my circumstances, I guess. And of course, life is going to life. There are so many things outside of our control and things we cannot expect, sometimes for the best. And of course, I'm not talking about this here. I'm talking about your current knowledge of self and things you want to improve or things you want to, stop doing. For me, the stakes are namely my sanity, working a job that I don't care about, for a company I don't care about, for a purpose I don't care about. I've learned in 2023 that the cost of an alignment is my sanity. By now, you may have peeped that I'm a very visual thinker. Oftentimes, I need to see boards, bold letters, and images for my brain to expand and for things to sink in. But you don't need to make an anti-vision or vision board. I remember early 2023, I was like, this is my year, I'm gonna kill it. But then I ended up having pretty bad health issues, and I'm better now, thank God. But it just goes to show, like, you never know, and you have to be ready to pivot and redirect your energy. And 80% of my energy this year was redirected towards my health and my peace. After comparing my highlight reel board to the one I made early 2023, I can honestly say that it turned out really well in many ways. Obviously, I'm not a pro bassist. I did not travel, and I also did not hit 50k subs on YouTube because I literally posted my first video last week. I mean, come on. I mean, I kind of hit that body low key. I kind of did. I did not go on dates with a mystery guy with a helmet. But I did work on my art, and I entirely changed my diet. I work out regularly, and I started a whole business. Oh, and I also went to therapy, and I really focused on my, inner child, and, watching anime, reading books, just things that make me happy. I did so much self-care. I've learned so much. I read so much. I celebrated so much. Okay, so for the fun part, for my actual vision, I'm using Pinterest and Canva. So for me, I ended up making 2 vision boards. So one for the whole year and another one for the first quarter, so January through March. And I also like to script. I just write out a little story of how a day would look like, ideally. Okay, tell me this is not the most comforting thing right now. Also, this has been on my mirror all this time. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is the final day. The meat and bones of this video is the goal setting part. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Juba, and I'm a Notion slut. Love it. It's literally my second brain. I don't think I could do much of anything like productivity wise without it. So this is what I'm obviously using for goal setting. Personally, for 2024, I actually want to reduce things or stop doing some things like overconsumption of content, for example. I think people should set goals, accordingly to their personality type. Because I used to watch a lot of productivity videos like Ali Abdal and them, and I would get frustrated when I could not keep up with their pace because we're different. We don't have the same resources. I don't think the same. Some people have one goal and they manage to be laser focused the whole year. Some other people have 10 goals to complete within 6 months. For me, I like to pace myself so that I'm not like overwhelming myself and then I end up frustrated and then I just give up in April like I did last year. But really just be honest with yourself and how much discipline you are. Like just know yourself when you go into this. Also, this doesn't have to be in a year time. Like if you want to be a home owner, it's probably going to take you like 5, I don't know, 20, 30 years. So just use whatever time frame you need or you feel like you need. Okay, now I'll show you my Notion setup and yeah, let's get into it. It doesn't matter what my setup is actually. What matters the most is to share the structure of how you can act on your goals on a daily or weekly basis. I created 6, oh my God. So 6 main goals for this year, and then I kind of create a circuit on how I'm going to complete them. Big goal of mine is to be healthy and healed. Whatever that means to you, I know what that means to me, and I have an idea of the steps I need to do. So I want to ensure, like, one of the habits I have is to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. The level for that is maybe to, fix my sleep schedule. And an actionable step could be like a set night routine, for example. Like, obviously, this is blank. My sleep schedule is already good, period. But this is just so you understand the logic behind this database. And also, on a weekly basis, this is how I can check on my stuff. So let's say I want to make sure I complete this Skillshare corporate writings course by February 26th. Well, I can be like, hey, I'm gonna do this on February 12th, for example. This is for the whole year, and then what I do is I divide that in quarters. I'm not gonna share my actual goals. I mean, yeah, I shared my goals, but I'm not gonna necessarily share details as far as levels and the steps and habits because I want to keep that personal. Sorry, you don't need to be my business. So basically, I work only focusing on a quarter of the year, a trimester. There's a book, by the way, called The 12-Week Year that I've not read, but there's a whole book talking about this. That just makes sense to me. It just makes it more clear. I don't know. And like, think about it, kind of makes sense. You want to flow with the seasons too. Like, you're not going to be as productive in the summertime as you are in the winter time. So to me, it just is very intuitive. My ADHD can keep up with the projects, and yeah, it just works out in the end. I have about 6 goals, but really these goals are also interconnected. So me working on my social media is in a way helping my DJ gig. It's more of a ecosystem that has different skills that overlap that I can use in different areas. Also, I try not to get into new habits too soon, too quick. I'm sure you know about atomic habits. It was a hard pill to swallow that I could not like become a fitness girl and just in 2 weeks it's just not gonna happen. So the sooner you accept it, the better. Like, trust me, child. Be aware that patience is a virtue. Make time for, error, a margin of error because life happens. Some weeks I'm on my period, some weeks I'm PMSing, some weeks my day is going crazy, some weeks I'm traveling. You want to challenge yourself, but you also want to give yourself grace. So the knowledge I want to explain is definitely marketing, financial literacy, business, networking. And that helps me kind of pace my learning for this quarter, and then I can act on this learning later on. I'm gonna also reset my finances and budget, hopefully for the next 3 months, like the expenses that I want to make, because baby, my bank account is not the most juicy right now. Like, almost pretty much doing a low spend year. I might just do that, bitch. I'm not buying it. I'm just buying food and paying rent. I might just do that, babes. Okay, okay, clearly I'm not gonna do that. I mean, come on. So there you have it. My 2024 reset is complete. I have a headache. Like, that was a lot of screen time. Thank you for being here the past 3 days. It was intense. So thank you for being there. I'm going to take it easy for the next couple of days, spend time with family. Honestly, if I can offer one piece of advice, is to not set too many like outcome based goals. Like, focus on your input, because really that's the only thing you can control. Even if you take L's, actually no, we don't take L's. We don't take L's in this household, okay? We learn, okay? There's always a silver lining, and there's always a, an opportunity to course correct and to be better. So, like, don't let that break your consistency, because I know it has for me. So, yeah. I'm also going to do a little glow up video to, feel good inside and out for the new year. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, I love you. You've got this. We've got this. And yeah, happy new year to you and your loved ones. Bye.